necessarily disagree with that. I don't really necessarily think that that's true per se, but I love when people think and slip into our DMs.
Me too. I thought, what
I still don't understand it, because Heather Gay also now has just come out and said, like, Jen is the show and losing her is going to be, I'm not disagreeing with that. I mean, but like Heather speaking out, like, it's not like anyone's backtracking. Meredith, I mean, what are we going to do when this show is over?
What's weird, and maybe for our listeners that live in Salt Lake City, but what is strange is like the LA Times covers Tom and Erika 24/7. Like they have to have a dedicated reporter or two. Every single week, there's a new Tom Girardi story. Okay. Jen Shah has been a criminal for 10 years of laundering money, avoiding paying taxes, stealing from people, wire fraud. So where's the expose from, I don't know, the Salt Lake City Times? Maybe there is one. I don't know.
You know what it is?
What? Like, why isn't there a big, she's a longtime criminal.
People love, I mean, listen, from someone that has all these interviews, I can tell you, you'd be shocked at what really hits big and what the media, the bottom line is, at the end of the day, the media cares about the media. I'm not saying the blogs. I'm not saying me and you. I'm just saying People Magazine and the big guys, they just love talking about Beverly Hills. I mean, this is true. Like I could say, here's my chat with Luann de Lesseps, icon Luann, Roni, who the fuck is Roni? We don't care. Where's Brad Pitt and Leonardo? And, oh, you got something on Lisa Rinna? The mainstream media loves Beverly Hills. I mean, also, I think Tom being such a prominent lawyer in that exact community, probably no. I think the world is kind of over. We care about Jen, and the blogs care about Jen, and the listeners will talk about. I don't think like the People magazines of the world would give a fuck. Yeah, I think they'd rather do an expose. And not as much. I swear to you, this isn't like in my head. This is real. I've had the Salt Lake gals on the show. They're like, At one point, this is a direct quote from a major publication. At one point, they were like, "Don't shop your Salt Lake shit anymore unless it's Mary Cosby." Now, this is way back in the day when Grandfather Fucker, and in the beginning, they were like, "Oh, we don't care. Just call us about it. We don't care." You had Lisa Barlow on. Who cares?
I mean, to me, I guess you must be right. I'm just shocked. Like Daily Mail, like they got pictures of Amy Robach and TJ Holmes, which who the fuck gave two rips about them before this affair? And I mean, God, they like covered everything. I'm like, you're not telling me there's a ton of like red flags or maybe even partial celebrity of you're telling me one of those victims of Jen Shah isn't loosely connected to a senator or something. I mean,
well, find that
because more of a story there.
Find that because this was GMA, which is partly why, and then you throw in a little Melrose Place, Andrew Shue. This was, and then Robin Roberts and, George Stephanopoulos. No, this one was, listen, I don't care about it. I did, some of your TikToks popped up, you and the kids do TikTok. I know that Sarah Fraser's going down a dark hole with all this. You're boycotting GMA or whatever else you said. So I know you're interested in that. No, I mean, look, I think when Jen is sentenced, I mean, look at the Chrisleys, it's all over the place. I think if Jen gets a huge sentence, which I still think, I mean, I don't know. I was saying 7 years, and now after the Chrisleys, I think maybe 10. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know everything.
Oh, I think it's
you think it's going to be more? Listen, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, the Chrisleys are going for a long time. I mean, Todd was sentenced to what, 11 years, 12 years? 12 years. I mean, Todd's going to do 6, like you and I have talked about. I mean, that is 6 birthdays, 6 Christmases. I mean, that is huge, and I got to get down the rabbit hole too. Their daughter, their granddaughter Chloe, that they adopted, Chloe, her mom has come back into the picture and said, I'm going back for full custody. And I think she'll get it. I mean, I think if she can prove that she's taken steps to improve her life, Chloe is going back probably. I don't know I don't know anything about child psychology. So somebody listening that's much smarter than I am knows that. But I just think, no, I think Jen's getting like 12 years, and I think she's doing 6 like Todd, but I don't know. Again, like, it seems like once you got in the weeds of Todd Chrisley, he was very, very devious. Maybe they feel like Jen wasn't so bad. Maybe it was smaller crimes. Maybe. I also think sadly, like if you're stealing from a bank or an institution, like they're going to fuck you, like they're going to get their money versus she stole from people that.
But all the reasons why Chrisleys have a pretty harsh sentence, you show no remorse, you show gross wealth on the show. I mean,
That's
just
Jen.
substitute Jen and substitute and Jen. Listen, I am so ready. If this sentence, now it's like, come on, guys. I want to know if this is, and Meredith said maybe it's because of the sentencing. And I mean, Andy tweeted and asked for questions for the reunion. So the Salt Lake reunion is filming sometime soon.
I don't know. Good question. We've only got like 2 weeks till Christmas, so not sure. Okay.
But I personally, I try not to like take favorites and everything. I don't understand why people like Jen Shah. It's just, she rubs to me, and I don't hate her. I don't really wish her harm. She just, I mean, even before this scandal, she always rubbed me like, believe it or not, I'm not a loudmouth type person. I'm not, believe it or not. I know,
because you're a longtime New Yorker.
I'm like, and I'm on the air here, and I like very calm. I like a very calm life. I don't tend to like people that go from 0 to 100 on a personal level. In my personal life, I don't. And so she was never my personal type of person. So I don't really understand all these people. Everyone says she's likable. Maybe I'm missing something. You know who is likable?
I liked her. Okay, yeah, let's move on.
No. I was going to say, go on.
Say final thing. I really liked her before this. But now that she's a criminal that preyed on people that had very little money. And then if she was able to weasel out $1,000 of them, she resold their info. I think she's a fucking scumbag. And I don't know how people are not trolling the shit out of her on her Instagram. It's mind blowing to me. And yet Erika is like in ruins. It's the weirdest thing.
Imagine if your mom over there in Maine got a call and didn't check in with you and was scammed, like you would just, it's people's mothers. It's not okay. And Sarah, because you and I are popular amongst the 20 somethings, it's people's grandmothers too.
There you go.
Do you know who also doesn't really give a shit about anything in life?
Oh,
we are just living in Kathy Hilton's world. We are just living in it.
I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with Kathy. Kathy is the queen. Poor Mariska Hargitay. I mean, how many years has Mariska Hargitay worked in this goddamn bit? I mean, she's spent every fucking morning getting up at 4, being away from her families to be on goddamn Law and Order to solve another crime. Here she is accepting what? At the People's Choice Awards, some lifetime achievements, 18 lifetime achievements awards. Kathy whips out her Valentino purse and starts putting on her lipstick. It was classic Kathy. And Kathy, I couldn't even tell you anything Mariska Hargitay said. I don't care. That's terrible.
I mean, and what is going through Erika's mind and the other girls that are standing there with her? Like, I think it was Dorit, Crystal, and Erika. They're probably just